Welcome to the live stream. How are you? Hope you're all well. Today's live stream is going to be the dullest you've ever seen. I'm only joking, but I'll tell you what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about non-trading things. I know you've tuned in to talk about trading, but there is not much going on in the live markets, guys. The only trade I was looking at was Aussie dollar Swiss franc to buy it. And this has been tanking, so not interested in that. So yeah, there's just not much going on in the markets, guys, right? It has been a very busy news day, right? And I was thinking, right, we had pound GDP, we had Euro CPI, we've got more, US dollar data later. I was thinking this will start moving the markets out of this dull little funk that it's in, but it hasn't, right? Not yet. Let's see what tonight's see what US dollar data brings later. But at the moment, guys, just nothing's setting up, to be quite honest. I'm looking at buying indices, but even that is not a top-notch A1 setup. So it's just one of them days where you sit on your hands until they go blue. And for that reason, guys, let's just talk about whatever the hell you like in this live stream. We can talk about trading, we can talk about football. I've got to talk about football because Liverpool drew last night with Everton and we were winning 2-1 until literally the last second of the game. I was very distraught, lots of swearing at the screen, no tears, but wasn't far off. That's how mental I am about football. But we can talk about anything. Talk about the meaning of life. We can talk about the gym, exercise, football, family, work. What are you into? Maybe you're into martial arts. I don't know. We can talk about anything you like, guys. Okay, CJ, good. I like this question, right? We've already got a non-trading related question. So yeah, that's the plan, guys. We're gonna have a bit of a chit chat. I will take a look at a couple of charts if you want me to. Of course, that's what you're here for. I will show you the indices and what I'm looking at as well, considering buying them, but need certain things to happen. But other than that, let's just have a good old chin wag. So CJ has kicked things off with how many calories could you eat in a day, Tom? Now, I am a fat pig when it comes to eating. My God, especially of late. So I went back to the UK for Christmas, right? And you just get your eat on at Christmas, right? Now, before that, I was bang on down the gym, eating, healthy stuff and everything. But ever since I've come back from the UK, my appetite has just gone mental. So, what's a normal man meant to eat? Is it 2,000 calories in a day, or is that low, or is it 4,000? I'm not sure, but I reckon I can eat about 10,000 calories at the moment. That's how much of a fat git I am. So there you go, CJ. I know you want to know what I had for lunch. What did I have for lunch? Christ, it wasn't that long ago. I got the memory of a goldfish. What did I have for lunch? Oh, yeah, I had scrambled egg on rye bread with avocado. And because it doesn't taste great, I put a load of hot sauce on it. So there you go. But reasonably healthy. Okay, so CJ's seeing 10,000 calorie challenges on YouTube and feel like it's light work. Yeah, I would agree, CJ. Let's enter. Yeah, let's both get on there and start eating our way through 10,000 calories a day. We'll call myself the fat trader. Yeah, something like that. Luigi, how are you? Hi, Tom. How everyone? Yeah, hi, Luigi. How are you? We have got a question here from Himanshu. He wants to know if we should short the Dow Jones at 43,900. All right, we'll take a little look at that, Himanshu. But guys, like I said, we're going to talk about anything today. Exercise, eating, gym, work, relationships, marriage, whatever you like, guys. Let's talk about it. Travel. Where have you been to recently? My brother's in Mexico right now, and he went to see a Michael Jackson impersonator, and he sent me a load of pictures because I still love MJ. I used to love MJ as a kid, and I used to try and dance like him. And I've actually won a disco dancing competition at Butlins. Okay, and they spelled competition wrong on the certificate. So I remember that quite vividly. So yeah, my brother's in Mexico watching MJ. Not the real MJ, he's dead, unfortunately, before you get your hopes up. Right, what else have we got in? Stephen, let's say you develop a system that looks good, just how much back testing is sufficient and after how many live trades? Could you specify for daily signal, weekly or monthly even? Okay, all right, Stephen, let's have a look at that question then. So look, we are here to talk about trading after all, so probably good to take a trading question. So the thing with back testing is this, right? If your strategy is very, very mechanical, right? Let's say you have a MACD crossover with a moving average crossover, right? That is very, very mechanical. And you can easily back test that because it's so mechanical, right? And, you know, a lot of these EA robots that sit on MT4 and take trades, right? They are very easy to backtest because they are robots. You can set them up to go back years and trade, right? And you can get a load of great data that way. But backtesting is only any good if your strategy is mechanical. If your strategy is based on price action, then backtesting becomes very subjective, right? You're like, okay, I saw a structure break, you know, May last year, I saw a structure break on Euro US dollar. It retraced to a nice level. I would have taken that trade, right? But maybe you wouldn't have, right? Maybe there was news coming out, right, on that day that you were not aware of. Maybe you wasn't trading that day. Maybe you was at the dentist, spending the day with your daughter or something, right? So that becomes very subjective. And what you'll find, what you do if you back test price action strategies is you just cherry pick, right? You're like, oh yeah, I definitely would have traded that. Yeah, that would have been 1,000 pips. Oh yeah, I definitely would have traded that. That would have been £1 million, right? It doesn't lend itself to back testing, right? But one thing I would say, Stephen, is this, right? What you can do, if you want to back test price action, right, and your strategy is based on price action, then just do this. Go on the day chart, right? Close your eyes and just, you get the back to the future button, go back in time, right? I've just picked this. This is, right? This is, what is this? This is April 21, right? And then back trade, I call this, not back testing, back trade, right? So let's look at this. This is Aussie dollar Swiss franc, right? So you're like, right, daily is in a downtrend. I'm looking for sells. Okay, right, good. Then go to the H4, and you're basically trading in real time. Right, now let's go to the H4. There's this level through here, which is clear to see. Right, so that levels, I remember I want to sell. Let's say this is my target down to this 7,000 level. Right, we've got support here, and it's a nice psychological level. Right, then I'm going to look at the H1 because that's another time frame that I look at for entries. And I would suggest we could even take trades from here. In fact, this is looking like a very good sell already. I might even consider selling this from here, stops above here, right, and take it down to 0.7,000, my target. All right, and then you can back trade. It's not really back testing, it's back trading, but this will help you with your performance, right? So this is far better than any back testing. This is back trading, and you're trading real life charts. You don't know what happened to Aussie dollar Swiss franc in May 21. And if you do, you are Rain Man, right? You are Dustin Hoffman. So we can just trade it, right? Let's have a look at the H4. Right, just rush into a trade. Okay, don't like this wick. I probably wouldn't sell into that wick. But look, let's see what happens when price gets back to here, or even if it does. But we want to sell this. Now we've got a couple of levels, and then you just play it along. Okay, so we could. Okay, so when we got this big bearish candle here, right? Get a retrace, put your stop above here, look to take price down to there. I think that could work, right? Let's play it along. It's where I get egg on my face, right? Okay, but I've got stopped out, right? Okay, now this was totally changed on the day chart, right? And then what I would do here is practice hedging, right? I would be in a hedge here, right? If I was selling here, right, and I'd have a buy hedge here, and then I'd practice hedging as well as price action. And then the day chart has given us something totally different, right? But we're still interested in sells. Let's play this along. I should probably check weekly and other time frames, right? Okay, so this is looking like a good sell as well, right? We're still in a downtrend below the moving average 20. Let's try and take price back down to these lows. This is now my target, right? What's the H4 doing? Very bullish. I'd probably like to see a break of this level, right? Let's have a look at the H1. I'm trading this very quickly, guys, right? But okay, so maybe if we get a break at this level, right? Stops above here. Let's play it along. Okay, let's start selling. All right, let's start selling. Got a nice retrace. Stops above here. Let's try and sell. But yeah, okay. I'll probably look for 1:1 and then carry price on. Right, let's play it along. Still in the trade. Okay, talk amongst yourselves. This is doing more whipsawing than a... Okay, knocked out of that trade as well. So as you can see, this is going really well. But the point is, guys, you can use it for back testing, right? Go back in time, back test what you would do with price action. Obviously, take a little bit more time than what I did, but just, you know, practice price action. And it's a really good back to the future button for that. All right, guys. So, yeah, check it out. Right, what else we're looking at? US dollar. So Himanshu wants to know if you want to sell the indices. I'm thinking the opposite, Himanshu, to be quite honest. Let's take a look, because let's have a look at US dollar 30. If we look at the day chart, right, we are still in an uptrend. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Okay, we are like this at the moment, right? And we're in an uptrend. Okay, we had a bullish wick form yesterday. It's just about holding on to the moving average 20. And the idea I would suggest is to come back up to these highs, right? That's what I would be looking at today, right? It might change tomorrow, it might end up with a big bearish candle, and I wouldn't be looking to do that. But today I'm looking for longs, right? If you look at H4, what I would like to see is a break of this level, right? Just to confirm we're in an uptrend. I mean, if you look at the H1, it's scruffy, right? We come shooting down. Price was building up. It's now made a lower low, right? But if we get a break of this level, maybe a retrace into here, I think we have a good buying opportunity on the US 30, the Dow Jones. So Himanshu, I'm not looking for shorts on any of the indices. Let's have a look at the UK. Let's have a look at the FTSE. Haven't looked at the FTSE for some time. Okay, this is a bit of a different story. That looks very bearish. But again, you know, uptrend. Clearly in an uptrend, right? If price retraced to somewhere in here with the moving average 20, I think that could be a nice buying area for the FTSE, right? So potentially there is a bit of room to the downside. Let's make this my target. Right, let's make the psychological level. Let's make this 8,700 my target. And then let's see if we've got anything breaking down. Tricky, right? There's a level through here, which you can clearly see. And this candle has broke that low, but it hasn't quite broken that low. It is below the moving average 20, and that's a very bearish candle. But I'm still a little reluctant to sell that because it is holding on to this gray zone. Okay, so, and even if it does break this level, right, you know, is there enough room to move into? No. So Himanshu, yeah, I wouldn't be looking for sales on either of those indices. I would be looking for the opposite. I would be looking for a retrace into value. Like I said, moving average 20 catches up. And then I'd be looking to buy the FTSE. All right. So, yeah, hope that helps. Guys, if I could just please ask everyone to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button if you haven't already. And we're just going to hear a quick word from our sponsors.
We are super excited to have partnered with Pepperstone, a world-class, award-winning broker. Not only will you benefit from raw spreads, lightning-fast execution, low commissions, and cutting-edge tools, plus a dedicated support network, but you can also directly trade on TradingView. Right now, we also have some great special offers when you sign up with Pepperstone, including a free premium TradingView subscription and exclusive access to the VIP Trading Academy. So are you ready to take your trading to the next level and make Pepperstone your #1 broker? Click the link in the description and sign up today.
Guys, there's a great promo, free VIP Discord, and a free Essential TradingView subscription if you just change to Pepperstone. Check it out. Right, we've got some other questions coming in. This is wonderful. Christian Vega, hello, my family is Mexican. Cool. I have been to Mexico and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Was it Copacabana? Yeah, I think we went to Copacabana. It was many years ago. But my brother's been sending me pictures of the sunsets and the night sky. It's just beautiful. So yeah, we enjoy Mexico. And yeah, like I say, he's been watching the Mexican Michael Jackson, who's better than the American one. Colin, yo, what's up? Nigel Gordon, US dollar, Japanese yen. Okay, Nigel, let's take a look. This one is for you. Right, we're getting some nice yen strength here, right? So let me go back a day. Right, so let me use this back to the future button, hopefully with a bit more success than the last time, right? But if you look at US dollar yen, right, we are in a downtrend, right? You do not need to be Warren Buffett, right? That is lower highs, lower lows, right? Clearly in a downtrend. And we've reached a really nice area of dynamic resistance in terms of the moving average 20. And I could probably make this a little bit larger, guys, really, just to take into account these bottoms of these wicks, right? So even if I do leave it here, okay, we're also at a nice area of support and resistance, right? And if price closes back into that, you know, potentially we have a nice trade, right? But my point here is today, I don't want to trade it. I think US dollar yen is at a really nice level for selling, right? I really do. Sell back down to here. But, right, it's a big but. It's this candle. And who doesn't like big buts? And I cannot lie, right? But this candle is super bullish. So today, I do not want to sell that candle. Okay? Now, as it happens, today's candle, right, if we go back to real time, which hasn't finished forming, right? But if we get a nice big bearish US dollar yen candle, well, not even that big, but it looks something like that, right? And that is a red candle. That is probably one of the best candles I've ever drawn with the mouse pen. I'm quite proud of that. Anyway, so if I get a nice red candle like that, then okay, I think we potentially have a nice sell trade on our hands. And please bear in mind, right, we have data coming out of the US later on. So this is going to have an impact as well. All right, let's just take a quick look at that, in fact. So you can see, guys, right, we've got continuing jobless claims, PPI, initial jobless claims, PPI. Right, so that's big news for the US dollar, right? So what I would suggest, Nigel, is you let today's candle finish, right? Let it play out. And like I said, if we get a nice big bearish red candle, I would be interested in selling US dollar yen. On the back of that news, if you get a nice big bullish green candle like that, you're not interested, right? You don't want to sell that. Now, there are two extremes with candles. Let's imagine we just got a bit of a doji. Christ, what am I drawing? Right, let's just say we got a candle look like that. On the back of that news, we just got a doji. I would still consider selling that from that level, right? But what I would need to see on the lower time frames is a break in structure, right? And on the H4, that does not look like it's going to happen anytime soon, right? The last low's down here, right? So we would need to see price come back up, you know, maybe do something like this and then break down. And you could be waiting hours, even days for that to happen. And that's absolutely fine, right? I'm happy to wait days for a trade to come about. To give you an idea, guys, yesterday and today, I have not had a single trade. I have been sitting on these hands until they've turned blue, right? Because I'm not in a rush to trade. What I'm in a rush to do, I'm not in a rush to do anything. What I'm focused on is finding top quality trades. If that takes a day, if it takes 3 hours, it takes a day or 2 days, I will wait, right? Now, H4, I would suggest you're going to be waiting a long time for a structure break. Now, we can be more aggressive. And when I say aggressive, I mean, you know, not like Tyson. I don't know where I was going to go with that. But I'm thinking that the lower the time frame, the more aggressive the entry. That's generally how trading works, right? Now, if I went to the H1, you can see we have had a nice breakdown structure, right? Okay, it was just sort of holding here, right? And then bang, we are now in a H1 downtrend. So we could potentially trade this, right? But first of all, I need that big bearish daily candle, right? Then I need at the very least H1 to still be in a downtrend. I'll look for a retrace into value somewhere, and then I'll sell it, right? As simple as that, okay? And yeah, I'm not flippant when I say the word simple, right? I always have to make that clear. Trading's difficult, right? But What I've just explained is simple, right? It's just simple price action, and it makes sense. It's logical. It's using facts from the chart to enter a trade, right? I'm not making predictions. I'm not speculating. All I'm saying is, if this happens, I will enter, because that is my strategy. And that's exactly how you need to think and you need to trade, right? I get so many people, right, I'm going to go on one now. But I get so many people come to me and say, like, oh, Tom, what impact do you think the initial jobless claims will have on the US data this afternoon? Like, hang on, let me just dust off my crystal ball and I will tell you, right? I'm not in the business of making predictions about the future, right? That's not your job, right? Or somebody says, oh, Trump's come into power. How's that going to affect the euro US dollar? Right, I'm going to get my coin out. Bullish, right? Do you know what I mean? I'm not in the business of predicting the future, right? That is not my job as a trader. My job is to use the facts on the chart and get all the information and data I can to make the best informed decision I can. And that's it, guys. That's exactly what you should do. So there you go, rant over. So Nigel, hope that helps. Right, okay, so self-substation. Tom doing the most, but it's so underrated. It's sad how these fake traders have over 1 million subscribers. Yes, I know what you mean. There are millions of YouTube traders. Yeah, I'm sure that I don't really know what's out there. I don't care, to be honest with you, but yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people talking a lot of nonsense out there. One guy said to me, oh, I'm following a guy who's got 100% win rate. I was like, okay. And I stopped talking to that person immediately. Okay, so Swiss franc, Japanese yen. So we've got lots of people interested in yen pairs, right? And it's the same answer for US dollar yen, right? If we look at Swiss franc yen. So this could be any of the yen pairs, right? This is in a downtrend, right? Fact, okay? It has retraced to a nice level of value. Fact, right? It has lots of room to move into. Fact, okay? Right? So far, we're thinking sell it. But there's a big but, right? And I cannot lie. This candle, I don't want to sell a big bullish candle, right? So there's the last piece of the jigsaw is not there. You're missing quite a vital piece of that jigsaw. So don't bloody trade it. Right? Again, tomorrow, if I see a big wick rejection and a candle that looks like that, if a candle looks like that, report it to your broker. It shouldn't look like that. But you get the point. If I have a big bearish candle that looks like that, okay, I'm going to look for sells. It's exactly the same with pound yen. Right? And we're getting a nice bearish candle. Right? So again, I'm just going to show you the facts. Right? We are in a downtrend. Lower highs, these highs are holding, lower lows, right? Fact, we're in a downtrend. We've retraced to an area of resistance. I don't like the fact that it's above the moving average 20, right? If I'm selling, I like to be below the moving average 20. If I'm buying, I like to be above, right? It's not a game breaker, but it is a piece of confluence for me. And again, right, everything's pointing to sell. But do you want to sell that big bullish candle? Right? Answers on a postcard. And just put, Tom, no, I bloody don't. Right? So again, tomorrow I will reassess, because tomorrow I will have more information. I will have another daily candle, which is full of information. And if this candle looks something, oh my God, look at that line. If this candle looks something like this, right, and we get a nice bearish rejection, if it closes below the moving average 20, that will make me even happier. I would suggest we can sell, I would probably aim for this 190 level to start with, if not further, right? And this goes for all yen pairs, right? If we look at H4, I mean, we are getting a breakdown on this H4 chart, right? Stopped making higher highs, always a red flag, and then bang. If this H4 candle stays like this, I would suggest that is a structure break, okay? And that's what I'm looking for. If on the H1, that's definitely a structure break, right? There you go. Or is it? Right, this low here, yeah, that candle has broken these lows, right? So we're in a H1 downtrend. We're below the moving average 20, right? Again, I just need that bearish daily candle to support what I'm doing. You could get buyers come in here and buy it all the way back up to there, right? Because of that bullish candle. So just wait, guys, right? Wait, reassess, see what you think the following day. If you like the trade and it ticks all of the boxes, take the trade, right? So yeah, there you go. That is yen. I love the person's name, Nu, and just laugh out loud. Good. Welcome, Nu. We have a new member called Nu. Yusuf, can you look at pound US dollar, please? Yusuf, you love the pound US dollar. We'll take a look. Stephen, what is your personal must-read books? Top 3. Just life in general or trading books? To be honest with you, I'm not a big reader. One book I really enjoyed was Richard Branson's Virgin. Well, I can't remember what it's called. But trading books, all my trading has been learn the hard way, right? It's all been mainly self-taught, right? Mainly, right? But, not a big reader. And I've learned how to trade, by just learning from mistakes, finding what works, spending years and years doing that. And what works is price action, right? Because, I keep talking about facts. Price action deals in facts, right? I suggest you do the same. But yeah, Stephen, not a big reader, to be quite honest with you. I tell you what I do like is apps that, like, for example, this is called Everything Everywhere. I love this app. Check it out, Everything Everywhere. And it just basically, it's like the other day I was listening to the podcast about natural gas. The next one was about the Trojan War, right? The other one was about oxygen, right? I just love filling my brain with pointless information. So there you go. Crystal ball equals crystal meth. Yes, Breaking Bad. What a series. Niraj, should one need to consider trading session in mind? I think Asian session is calmer in comparison to US session as news disrupts technical analysis. What do you think, Tom? So Niraj, right, is a couple of twofold to this question, right? And guys, before I answer this question, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash that notification button and smash the like button. And also, guys, I must mention this, right? If you go onto our website, www.simply-forex.com, we are giving you 25% off all of our premium education, guys. So that includes the Simply Forex trading course, the VIP Discord, and my mentorship program where I coach you one-on-one. If you're interested in any of those things, check out the website, and there's 25% off everything right now till the end of Feb. So February's a short month. You've got a couple of weeks. Also, guys, if you haven't already, please come join our trading community. You can come on there, share ideas with like-minded traders, have a chit chat about anything. It's very nice. So come join our trading community. Come join our free Discord channel. Right, where was I? Niraj. So yeah, so the session you trade, right? It's a good question, Niraj, right? So first and foremost, I'm a big believer in, if you get a setup, right, and ticks all the boxes, take the trade, right? It doesn't matter if it's the New York Open, Pound Open, London Open, or Asian Open or Asian session, right? It doesn't matter what session it is. If you get a nice setup, take it, right? Obviously, what I am aware of is news that day. Right. So sometimes if I get a nice setup, let's say I really like Euro Yen buys, but there's Euro CPI coming out later. Even if I get a nice setup, I'm going to I have to wait until that news comes out. Right. And then see what the market does. And if it's still a good setup, I'll take it. So I am conscious of that. I am also conscious that there's a lot of volume come into the market during the London Open and especially the New York Open, right? Obviously, traders are piling in and placing orders, right? Now, that can have two effects, right? That can basically take your trade and make it take profit very quickly. Yeah, maybe everyone's coming in and seeing the same thing as you, and they're like, right, let's buy it. Or it can mean that it has a retrace, right? So you might be in profit. What you find a lot of the time is your trade's in profit during the London session, you've placed the trade, and in the New York session, it wants to have a retrace because other traders want to jump on that trade. So it retraces, other traders get in on that trade, and then it goes back into profit. So you will find that scenario, right, as well. But basically, just trade when you get a setup, right? Don't overcomplicate things in trading, right? I was guilty of that, right? I had about 1,000 indicators on my screen at one point. It's just complicating things. Again, guys, I don't mean to keep talking about price action, but everything you need is in the charts, right? It tells you everything you need to know. So, yeah, just deal in facts, don't overcomplicate things, and keep it simple. You know, that's the reason I come up with the name for the channel, Simply Forex, right? Because it's human nature that you want to overcomplicate it, right? It's just human nature. I did, right? I wanted to overcomplicate it because one of the reasons you overcomplicate it is because you think you can find the perfect strategy, right? And then you tinker and change it, and you're constantly making, changes to your strategy. But there isn't a perfect strategy. Just find a strategy that works over the long term and trade it, right? Keep it simple. If you have a losing trade, part of trading, accept it, get on with the next trade. Focus on your performance. Right, okay, so Mark, the one. I like that. I saw a 100% win guy earlier saying to risk 200 pips to gain 6. Okay, I mean, he might have a... don't know what to say about that. I mean, he may well have a 100% win rate if you put it like that. But to have a 200 pip stop loss, right? Let's say you risk $100 per trade, right? Just to keep the math simple. But you gain 6 pips, right? You're basically making $3 and risking 100, right? So you have to be right 33 times every time. Yeah, Crazy. I know a guy. I know a guy who's big on sports betting, right? And he'll do like, you know, Liverpool. So this is a really good example. So Liverpool played Plymouth in the FA Cup, and everyone was like, Liverpool are going to beat them. This will be easy. And the odds of Liverpool winning are like, you know, 1 to 15. So if you put $15,000 on, you win $1,000. But there's a very high probability of that happening. Now, Plymouth beat Liverpool. You would be minus $15,000, and then you need 15 consecutive very good bloody trades to get that back. Right? So, yeah, that's not how to trade. Okay, what else we got? James says, yeah, most of the time trading is sitting on hands. Yeah, exactly. Right? Sitting on your hands is a skill that will save you a lot of money and pain and heartache. Right? Take it from me. Everyone wants to overtrade because all your life you have been told that if you work hard, put in more, you get more out. Right? So when people first get into trading, they're like, right, I'm seeing a trade, get into this trade, get into that trade. You want to work hard. And that's the opposite of what you should do with trading. You need to wait patiently, do literally nothing, right? Well, you know, you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to sit at your desk and stare at the wall, right? You can go and do something, listen to a app or series, go for a walk, whatever. You get the idea. But yeah, sitting on your hands is like equals percentage profit each week, because if you don't sit on your hands, it costs you percentages, right? It's a very important skill. Learn it. Maybe get some handcuffs, right, and just handcuff them, you know, behind your back. Give the key to your wife or missus or boyfriend. Let them walk out and just sit there in handcuffs all day. Anyway, right. Dark Side of Humanity, New Zealand CAD. What else we got here? Yeah, I stopped watching when he said risk 200 for 6. Yeah, you are going to have a very high win percentage, but it's going to take you forever to build an account. Yeah, it's not possible to keep that up long term. Exactly. Do you trade NAS? I do trade the NAS. Majority of my trades are Forex, gold, silver. Keep an eye on oil. Keep an eye on the indices. Yeah, and I think that all of the indices are a potential buy. Maybe not NAS actually, right? But S&P. Again, if we get a break of this level here, I think it's going to make it back to these highs and this 6100 level. And the one I like the best is the Dow Jones, which we spoke about earlier. If it breaks this level, let's move this alarm down. If it breaks that level, I may well be interested in taking price higher. But yeah, nothing's setting up as yet. Like I say, guys, been sitting on my hands all day. So guys, yeah, like I say, guys, please subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, smash the like button. Please go check out the website if you're interested in any of our premium trading education. 25% off right now. Everything's 25% off to the end of Feb. Also, guys, please come join our trading community. Join our free Discord channel. It's free. What the hell are you waiting for? All right, guys, thank you very much for all of your questions, guys. And I will see you very soon. Have a great trading day.